good morning and welcome to Athavan newspaper highlights. Today Thursday, 2nd of February 2017. This is Edward with the highlights of today's English newspapers. As usual, we have 3 leading daily newspapers for the highlights: Daily Mirror, Daily News and Ceylon Today. Firstly, let's have a look on the Daily Mirror. The main headline says, COPA recommends tax declaration from all citizens. The Committee on Public Accounts in its 2016 report proposes that there should be a mechanism to receive a declaration from every adult of the country to evaluate whether a personal income tax file should be opened or not in the light of the number of current personal income tax files of 135,170 and 13,169 of NGOs, mutual funds, etc. may not reflect the actual state revenue situation. Development first, claiming credit later. Development work should be prioritized while the two ruling parties, the United National Party and the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, can claim credit for them later, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said yesterday. 60 condemned prisoners get death sentence commuted to life. President Maithripala Sirisena has given his consent to commute death sentence to life imprisonment on 60 condemned prisoners on account of the 69th Independence Day. Illegal vehicle assembly complex raided. 54 vehicles found. At least 54 vehicles which were illegally assembled, causing a loss of 325 million rupees to the government, were recovered by the Panandura Valana Central Anti-Corruption Unit and the Sri Lanka Customs during a raid on Tuesday. Secondly, let's move to Daily News. Bill to screen convicts under suspended sentences. Prevention of Crimes Ordinance to be amended. Fingerprinting for new offences. Cabinet this week approved a bill which would amend the Prevention of Crimes Ordinance to allow the police to keep under supervision an accused in a case of a suspended sentence if he has a proven previous conviction until the expiry of the suspended sentence. The proposal made by Minister of Justice Vijayadas Rajapaksa will be gazetted soon and presented to Parliament for approval. Prime Minister launches second phase construction of Central Expressway, making yet another important milestone in the country's development in the economic, administrative and transportation spheres. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe yesterday inaugurated construction work on the second phase of the Central Expressway at a ceremony held at Kudaganamanne on the Girulla Alava Road. 5 arrested in motorcycle gang attack in Jaffna. The police have arrested 5 suspected members of a motorcycle gang allegedly responsible for attacking several individuals using sharp objects and damaging property in Jaffna. FCID seeks AG's advice on Karuna Amman. The FCID conducting investigations into an incident where former Deputy Minister Vinayakamurthy Muralidharan alias Karuna Amman had allegedly misused a presidential secretariat bulletproof armed vehicle worth 90 million rupees, informed the court yesterday that they have sought the Attorney General's advice regarding future legal action against the former Deputy Minister. Finally, let's move to Ceylon Today. Now it's Black Van abduction. Labour activists recount 3-day ordeal. Maharagama police have launched an extensive investigation into the abduction of the Vice President of Telecom Manpower Association, Sujeeva Mangala, 3 days ago by as yet unidentified men who had tied up his feet and legs and abducted him in a black van on 28 January. Mangala told the Maharagama police that his hands and legs had been tied up and that he was taken in the van on a trip that lasted about 3 hours and was locked up in an empty room. Mangala's statements adds that he was threatened to relinquish his position as Vice President of the Telecom Manpower Association and to end the strike on which they had walked out on the day of his abduction. 620,000 low mid-income houses by 2019. The Cabinet of Ministers approved the appointment of a special task force backed by a 24 million rupees operational budget to oversee the construction of 620,000 houses for low and middle income families by 2019. Mirusubil multiple murder. Soldier appeals to Supreme Court against High Court verdict. The Supreme Court decided yesterday to take up for hearing the appeal filed by Army soldier Sunil Ratnayaka, who had been sentenced to death for murdering 8 Tamil civilians in municipal Jaffna, requesting that he be exonerated from all charges and released. Soldier Ratnayaka was sentenced to death by a special 3-judge bench of the Colombo High Court. With that, let's come to the end of today's paper highlights. We will come with more news tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening to Athavan Newspaper Highlights.